Welcome back to my channel, under the burning sun of the Arizona desert, where dust danced with the wind and silence ruled the canyons. A story was born that would echo for generations, the tale of 12 warriors who fought for the heart of an Apache girl. Her name was Nayeli, meaning I love you in her people's tongue, and she was the daughter of the great chief Dakota. Her beauty was said to rival the crimson sunsets of the desert, and her courage was the pride of her tribe. Nayeli was no ordinary girl. She could ride horses as fast as the wind, hunt with precision, and her spirit was as fierce as the eagle soaring above the sacred cliffs. Every warrior in the Apache lands dreamed of earning her hand, but the chief had made a decree. Only the bravest, most honorable man would marry his daughter. And so began the greatest challenge the tribe had ever seen. 12 chosen warriors from distant clans would compete, not for gold or glory, but for the love of Nayeli. At dawn, the 12 warriors gathered in the sacred valley, each carrying their totems, symbols of their strength and spirit. There was Chaitin, known for his unmatched archery; Mato, the silent hunter who never missed his prey; Ilan, whose heart burned with fire but whose temper could destroy him; and Kale, the youngest yet wisest among them. Nayeli stood beside her father, watching as the warriors bowed before her, their eyes filled with determination. The first challenge tested their endurance. They were to run across the desert plain to the Spirit Rock and return before sunset, without water or rest. One by one, warriors fell to exhaustion, the blazing heat breaking their will. Only 5 reached the Spirit Rock, and only 3 returned alive. Kale was among them, his strength coming not from pride, but from the thought of Nayeli's gaze watching him from afar. The second trial was of courage. The chief released a wild mustang, fierce and untamed, and declared that whoever could ride it without being thrown off would prove himself fearless. The warriors tried one after another, each thrown to the ground, bruised and defeated. But Kale approached the horse not with rope or weapon, but with calm eyes and an open hand. He whispered softly in Apache, speaking to the spirit of the creature, not its body. The mustang snorted, then lowered its head. Slowly, Kale mounted it, and the crowd gasped as he rode it across the field without resistance. Even Nayeli's heart stirred, for she saw not a conqueror, but a man who respected life. By the third day, only 4 warriors remained. The chief's final challenge was not of strength or speed, but of heart. A true warrior, he said, is not one who wins battles, but one who can protect without hatred, love without weakness, and honor without pride. To test them, the chief set a cruel test. They must each cross the deadly canyon, where rattlesnakes and wolves roamed to retrieve a sacred feather from the cave of the old spirits. The path was treacherous, dark, narrow, and cursed by legends of those who never returned. 1 warrior turned back, 1 was bitten, and 1 fell. Only Kale emerged at dawn, holding the feather high, his body wounded but his spirit unbroken. He laid the feather before the chief, not asking for Nayeli's hand, but saying, "I did not fight to win her, but to prove that she deserves a man who would die to protect her people." Silence filled the valley. Nayeli stepped forward, her eyes glistening. "Father," she said softly, "I have seen warriors fight for pride, but only he fought with his soul." The chief nodded slowly, his proud face softening. "Then let it be known," he declared. "Kale of the southern tribe shall be the one to stand beside my daughter." The crowd erupted in cheer, drums echoing across the cliffs. But Kale looked at Nayeli and whispered, "If love must be earned through battle, then let every sunrise remind me to fight for your heart, not with weapons, but with loyalty." That night, the desert came alive with fire and celebration. The 12 warriors' names were carved into stone, for even those who fell had proven their courage. And Nayeli, the Apache girl whose heart had inspired them all, smiled beneath the stars, knowing her people would remember this day, not as a contest for her hand, but as a testament to honor, love, and unity. And as the drums faded into the distance, a voice echoed across the winds, reminding everyone that stories like these must live on. So, dear listener, if you felt the fire of courage, the warmth of love, or the heartbeat of destiny in this tale, don't forget to honor the spirit of these warriors. Subscribe to the channel, join our growing tribe, and keep the legends alive. Because every story you hear here carries the soul of those who dared to fight for something greater than themselves.